welcome to this week's Ask Charlie. I am obviously in the car and I am at my favourite nursery, garden nursery, not nursery. I always used to find that confusing when I was little. This is called the Village Nurseries and Simon has been coming here for years. It's not our most local garden centre. He used to live closer actually, but I just love it. It's run by a family and they are just great. I'm hoping that they'll let me film inside and I can take you in to have a look round. I've actually got Bonnie in the boot. Bonnie? She's going to show herself. Bonnie? There she is. Can you see her? Just about. Bonnie was very naughty on our walk just before I came here. And there are two boys down the lane. And just as at the end of the walk, she ran like a bat out of whatever, I'm not going to say that word, down to the boys. She's really naughty. So actually I put the other dogs away and picked her up and then came straight here. So I'm going to open the windows a little bit for her in a moment because it's really important. In fact, do it now, don't talk about it. It's really important when the weather gets warmer. In fact, I do it all year round. When you've got dogs in the car, any animals in the car, make sure that you have a window open for them. I'm actually not going to be here for very long because I just need to get a few fillers for my containers, which I'm going to plant up this afternoon. Hopefully I get it all done today because today has not gone completely to plan. I had a couple of phone calls that I wasn't expecting and they took quite a lot longer and just one of those days. Anyhow, something exciting's just happened though. I went to the charity shop. So I went to the post office to post my Ask Charlie orders. Lots of people were buying meal planners and my picnic recipe guide. Those are available on my website. In fact, I'll link them down below. Those seem to have been really popular this week. So I went to the post office to post those and then I had a bag of things to drop off at the charity shop. And this was in the window and it caught my eye. I just thought it was really quite pretty. It's just pink and green and I think pretty gorgeous. I don't need another vase, but if I find that I don't need it at home and haven't got space for it, it can go down to Devon, to the holiday lets down there, or it could look quite pretty in the B&B. But I just thought that that was very pretty and it was £6.50. It was a complete bargain. It was in the window and it's a really good idea to have to drop things off at the charity shop when you no longer need them, but also to have, you know, keep your eyes open when you're in there because you can come out with some little gems. And I'm actually really pleased with that. I love pink and green and I think it's very pretty. Anyway, enough rambling from me. I need to get on into there and get what I need and get home and get planting. These are all their geraniums, and actually over here I think it is. So fuchsias are along here. These were one of Mummy's favourite things, and actually we've still got some of her fuchsias that Alison and Jim are nursing down in Devon, and they are still going strong, which is amazing. I can't find, I think they're here actually. I think they are here, so I'll just come in. So, Prince of Orange and the Attar of Rose. They are really scented and they're amazing. I actually make a cordial with Attar of Rose and I have just got two Prince of Oranges. In fact, I haven't bought them today. I bought them a couple of weeks ago. And I'm going to see if I can make an orangey kind of cordial because you can't obviously smell it, but it's just heavenly. Anyway, I'm going to show you what I've got in my trolley here. It's full. So these are to go in with my geraniums around the house in different pots. And I am actually cheating this year with the kitchen garden. I haven't grown everything from seed. I've tried, some things have been successful, some things haven't, but I've just got celery and some Brussels sprouts and a couple of aubergines as well. So those will be going in the kitchen garden. I'll probably actually show you that process. I'm just waiting for some compost to arrive, but I shall just leave you with this sea of beautiful, beautiful plants. There's this wonderful sign here warning, children left unattended will be sold to the circus. And this sign used to really, really freak the children out, because I tell them if you don't behave, you'll be sold to the circus. So you've got to be on best behaviour when they come here. But I haven't shown you outside. Let's just quickly take you outside. So they've got a wonderful selection of pots, which is always rather tempting. And then down here, they've got all of this. I mean, it's just spoiled for choice. I could spend hours here and an absolute fortune. I am back from the garden centre and actually just had a delivery, which made me think I would just chat to you about a couple of things I've bought recently. First up is this jug. Simon and I always say white rabbits, white rabbits, white rabbits on the 1st of every month, and Justine, who has the vintage pieces, got in touch because she knew that I said white rabbits, and she just mentioned that she had this jug and sent me a picture, and I just knew I had to have it. It is our wedding anniversary. In fact, it was our wedding anniversary yesterday when you're watching this. So this is a present for Simon and I, 15 years married. I can't believe it. In some ways it feels like yesterday, other ways it feels like a lifetime. But yes, actually I'm going to show you a picture. That, I don't know how well you can see, is our wedding day. So my brother here and mum and Simon, yeah, a very, very happy day. So this is our anniversary present for both of us. And then I went recently to Badminton Horse Trials, and Peachy Belts had a stall there. And I haven't met Zoe from Peachy Belts in person. I have bought from her, like pre-Ask Charlie. However, since I've got to know her online and work with her, I haven't met her. So anyway, I went to see her. We had an enormous hug, lovely, lovely chat. She is such a gorgeous person. And I bought this. So it is chocolate brown, a gorgeous, gorgeous belt, but this goes with it. Now, I've actually wanted one of these for ages because you can thread, not doing a very good job of showing you, you can thread your belt through. We're just going to imagine, okay? And when I'm riding and I'm not wearing a coat and I don't have a pocket, I have got this. In fact, I'll do it a bit tighter. That I can keep my phone in and anything else I need, and I've got it there safe with me. I hate riding without a phone, and in the summer this is going to be an essential bit of kit. But also what I love about it is that it can be a little bag too. So it comes, they're so beautifully made. You can wear it 3 ways, which is really clever. So it's got this little clip, so you can just take it out as the dogs are barking in the garden. You can just take it out like that. And I love this little tassel. Or it has a chain, so you can wear it as a bag, which is so clever. So I could go out with it like that, and actually I really like that. I love this chain, isn't too kind of shiny, it's not too bling, which is gorgeous. And the other thing, which I don't think I've really talked to you about Peachy Belts and how clever they are, but look, you can take their buckles off and pop on a different buckle. So I could take this off and I could put this buckle on there. They're all interchangeable, which is just so clever. You can buy the belts separately, you can buy the buckles separately. They're just brilliant. So, and it's so easy to do, like that. Simple. So I am thrilled with this new addition to my wardrobe. And I know that when I go out riding, I am safe and I'm secure because I can have my phone in this. I went for this colour because, well, I don't have anything in this colour, but also I don't want to have like a sort of bright yellow or a, you know, really vibrant colour while I'm riding. I'm quite a boring traditional girl, to be honest, but I just love the fact that it's so versatile. And actually, let me show you inside, because look, it's got this gorgeous fabric, and then it's got a little pocket in there so you could put, you know, a card or whatever. So that is my Peachy Belt purchase, and we have a 10% discount code which I will leave linked below, which is Ask Charlie, for anything from Peachy Belts. And then, I haven't opened this yet. This is literally what has just arrived. And rather than opening these and chatting to you, I should be planting up those things in the garden. I don't know if you saw behind me. You see Lola's running around with one of Simon's gardening shoes. She's having a whale of a time. Anyway, this is from SoSouk. I am a big fan of SoSouk, and I have bought quite a few things from them. I'm just looking, I've got my lampshades. I'll just turn you around. Those lampshades, we're going all wonky. Those lampshades are from SoSouk, and these are a new pair of Arga pads. I will show you. I love their Arga pads because they have this little loop, and it means when you lift up your lid you don't have to take the pads on and off, which is incredible. And I love that green, it's just really pretty. Dogs are getting crazy out there. And then I got this as well. I in fact placed quite a big order, but some of it's been sent direct to Devon because I needed to get some new bedspreads for Devon. And this is a weekend bag, and I just thought it was really pretty. Mine is quite old and seen better days, and I thought now that we can actually travel, we can actually go places, I would treat myself to a pretty overnight bag. It has got a lovely pocket on the front there. It has got a zip pocket inside. It's beautifully lined, and it's just gorgeous. I'll show you the print up close, but it's just a really lovely blue, and I love the striped handles. Anyway, I must stop rambling to you guys. I've got to get out in the garden and plant up all of those gorgeous things that I bought that are still in the car. So I'm going to go and do that, and hopefully the dogs don't cause havoc while I'm out there, because they can enjoy being in the garden at the same time with me. Lola is very excited about this. She's running around like a maniac, so hopefully filming with all the dogs loose in the garden, it's going to work. Yes, you're a very good girl, and I want you to be very well behaved, Mummy. Yes, she's already jumped at this box of plants behind me. No, calm down. Right, I need to remember what I bought and what's going where. So, Lola, this is Simon's gardening shoe that she loves. Ooh. Hopefully that will keep her amused for a little while. Right, tighty, let's get going. Right, I am just going to take a moment to figure out what is going where. The neighbours are mowing, so hopefully you can hear over that. I have had to put Lola inside because gardening is way too exciting for a Labrador puppy, and she was going to send all the plants flying. Now I've worked out what is going where. I tried when I bought everything to make sure that it was sort of in the right boxes, because my dyslexic brain struggles with it. So I have got some compost here. The Village Nurseries does their own compost mix, of course peat free, and it's really good stuff. So I got a couple of bags of that. So So just going to add a little bit in to there. And then get going. So I always have attar of rose, these beautiful scented pelargoniums in these two front pots by the front door, because the smell is just incredible. It's heavenly, and I want that smell by our front door. Now these are obviously new plants. I have got my two older ones. They're actually in the greenhouse. I need to get some larger pots. But they're not flowering as well as they have done. And I was listening to Sarah Raven's podcast, we actually do need to take cuttings or get new plants. I did take cuttings, you may remember if you've been watching my channel for a while, but actually they didn't take, which is very sad. So I'm just making a hole here. Actually, there is a tulip bulb, I don't want that. And I'm going to put that in the centre, push the compost round. Lola jumped on this one, so it's not looking that great, but hopefully it'll be fine. It is a Bacopia, and it's just a lovely pink, which I think will work well with this. So I'm going to put two of these in, and then a Lobelia Waterfall White Sparkle. So a bit of a mixture in here, but I think they will work really well together. These pots I keep, and I can take them back to the Village Nurseries, but actually I find them really useful for the greenhouse. So I'm just going to put these in. I could have done two of each, but actually I've just done three, which is fine. Otherwise it gets quite expensive. We'll just tuck those in there, push them down, make sure that they're in well. The sun has come out, and so is Billy. I don't know if you can hear him. I'll go and get him in a minute to say hello, but he's probably on the hunt for some dandelions. Tortoises love dandelions. So just make sure that that is, you know, they're well positioned in there, to make sure that Lola doesn't dig them up. Here he is, Billy boy. He very lively this afternoon, aren't you, Billy? Very, very lively. It's a sweet chap, aren't you? Yes. But put me down, Mummy. I want to go and explore, and put him back. So I'm just going to do exactly the same with this one. That is Billy's pen there. Tortoises spend their life trying to escape, and Billy can't escape out of there. Well, he hasn't managed so far, and it's been his pen for a few years. Fresh compost on there. The smell of these attar of rose is just divine. I love it. Absolutely love it. Rose scented geraniums are just heavenly. There's a tennis tournament going on up the road, so there's more traffic on our little lane than normal. Just put that in carefully, and then spread these guys around. My Bacopia. I think this is a really lovely, delicate pink, which will complement the attar of rose. I love having the pots in the garden looking gorgeous for the summer. We spend lots of time out here, and now we have done the summer house and the pool. I'm hoping that we're going to spend even more time in the garden than normal. These are going to need a really good drink, so I shall give them a good water when I have done all the tubs. 2 down, quite a few more to do. This is one of my fuchsias that has wintered really, really well in the greenhouse. Unfortunately, I lost one, which is a shame, but it can happen. Little Florence, you're such a good girl. Let's put some fresh compost in here. You helping Mummy garden. She's so sweet. She's not like her crazy big sister, are you? No. I did think we were a bit bonkers having two puppies at the same time. Actually, they are so lovely together. Lola can get a little bit boisterous, but she is a Labrador puppy, and that's what they do. I am putting 2 white verbenas in here. It's not a particularly big pot, so I'm just putting 2 in there. I do often try to grow some of these from seed, but I just failed this year, and the Village Nurseries is amazing, so I have supported them. Right, those 2 are done. And then in this one back here, which you can't really see, I am putting 3 petunias. Now, as it is the Queen's Jubilee, I decided that we better go red, white and blue. So these are going to be my red, white and blue nod to the Queen. Yes, Florence, they are. You're so little, she's so little you can't actually see her. There she is. There she is. And there it's my regal red, white and blue, and I've got one more to do, and I'm going to do that exactly the same as this one. So we have a matching pair. Now, I have a pair of these pots, and very sadly, one of the fuchsias didn't survive the winter. So I'm going to move this fuchsia, somebody walking past with a dog, I think. I'm going to move this fuchsia into that pot, and then I have got a pair of these, which actually remind me of Mum, which I'm going to put into these 2 pots. They will need to be potted on probably for next year, so I need to get some bigger pots, but for now these will do. So I'm going to move this one into there and see how easily we can move this out. May not be a very good idea, but I'm going to give it a whirl. Right, this could be quite messy too. Right, what we need to do is empty this out. Right, should be easier now. And then I'm going to put some fresh compost in around there, and hopefully it survives. I have made a bit of a mess, and this is all for my love of Matchy Matchy. It will teach me. It's so busy today, it's like rush hour. Right. Okay, that is done. Now to plant these in here. These are quite shallow, they're at the top of our steps. And for the last few years I have been, I'm not even going to try and pronounce that, Pulborough has worked really well in here. So I'm going white and slightly, well, it's called sky blue, but it looks slightly more mauve to me. So we'll put that in here. Loving being out in the garden. It's so good for the soul out here. Find it really, really therapeutic. Love my garden. That one is done, and now the one on this side over here. You've got a good view of the pool there. It is being used so much. They absolutely love it. Gus got his stick in there. Gus is obsessed with sticks and penknives, which is sounds quite dangerous, but he's very sensible with his penknife. I'm now at the front of the house, and I have just put everything in my pot. So this is the Prince of Orange geranium that I was talking to you about at the Village Nurseries. It is just heavenly, and so I thought I could have this wonderful orange fragrant smell at the front of the house, because I love to come and sit out on the bench here and read my book and have a cup of tea. So I'm going to pop these in here. I've got 2 white lobelia and then this pretty pink. So I've got 1 blue tub here and another one there. These 2 tubs up here as well. I like it to look pretty when I come up to the yard, and I've just planted those up. Those are geraniums that have wintered in the greenhouse. I need to pick out the dead leaves. I haven't had a chance to do that yet, but I've given them a water and I will tidy those up a bit later. But hopefully they'll look pretty. Look, there is Colin and Cassie in their summer paddocks. They've got lots of shade down in the trees down there. Just zoom in to show you. There they are. Bless them. It's so important to remember to give everything a good water when you've planted it. I am done. It's turned out to be a really, really glorious evening. I feel like I need something cold and probably alcoholic now. But I love having the garden looking really beautiful. I love having lots of terracotta pots. I've got some blue enamel ones as well. And it just brings me joy. So I hope that you've enjoyed this week's video, coming to the Village Nurseries with me, and a little bit of a shopping haul too. Only a tiny, tiny shopping haul. The children have just got back from school and are desperate to get in the pool, so I'm going to help take the cover off, pour myself a drink and enjoy the evening. Wishing you a really, really happy weekend. Remember to subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. Give the video a thumbs up. It helps other people find my channel, and leave a comment. It's really important to do those things for me. So thank you so much and lots of love, and I will see you again next week.